Can you actually make money online with digital products? I've tried it and it did not go well for me. I want to tell you about it because somebody needs to be brutally honest with you, because people are out there making money on YouTube telling you how they created a six-figure business just from one PDF download that somehow miraculously the entire world just wanted to buy and they just wanted to download it. Here's one thought that I have. Maybe because I haven't figured out how did that work for those people, and it didn't work for me. I have some theories. One theory I have is that maybe there's something that they're leaving out of their story, right? So there are some people that talk about making tons of money online, or like I made a six-figure sale in just a PDF download, but what they're leaving out is how much of that was profit. That's one question I have. How much was profit? Because I have heard things online about how people will be in their own online business and then they'll advertise like, I made six figures with this launch and learn my framework. And then it turns out that they're actually just massively in debt, and they put thousands and thousands of dollars into either advertising or promotion, things like that, or into like a team of people, and that maybe they did bring in that much money somehow, but they don't talk about how much did it cost to acquire those customers. So that's one thing to consider when you hear those massive success stories, when people are like, it was amazing, like I just woke up to being like a millionaire. So there's questions to ask. That back in 2018, when I first decided to launch into creating some digital products myself, there's questions I wish I would have thought of, like I didn't even think of that part about the messaging of how much of that was profit. The other thing is, how much did these people start out with? So like some people are able to, like some people just have a way higher income than other people, and they're able to pour a ton of money into advertising or a big team to do things for them. And sometimes people just have a lot of money, and because they have a lot of money, they don't have to spend time going to like a day job, So these are things I did not think about when I launched into the world of digital products. I'm going to go through the digital products that I created and talk a little bit about how that did. I'm in the middle of a series. I'm acting like here I am. I'm in the middle of the series. I'm in the middle right now of doing a series on my YouTube channel of things I've tried to make money online. So I'll link to the other videos I've done so far. I'll put those in the description in case you're interested. But yeah, so this one is about digital products. So the first thing that I tried was, and I'll link to all these things below because you can still view them and purchase them if you're interested. But, it's a very specific audience for these products I was promoting at the time. So the very first thing I genuinely thought that this digital product was going to be it for me, that this was going to like bring in the money. I'll just tell you, the first thing I tried and are still available for download are printable bookmarks. I love how these bookmarks look. They're in a PDF file. You can buy them for $1. And I really was thinking like, $1, like that's cool. Like, and a bookmark, like who doesn't want a bookmark? I mean, but I'm the person who, for a few of the books that I'm reading, I use like a piece of paper I like bookmarks too. I am also using real bookmarks, but a lot of times people who love reading books, they just look for the closest scrap of paper or a napkin, to be like, they're not going to necessarily take the time to download a digital bookmark, like print it out on cardstock with a laser printer so it looks good, and then cut them out so that they're the right shape. Like it's just a lot of work. So that's one thing that I would say about your digital download. A couple things. One, the people I have heard of who I think very honestly and innocently, genuinely were surprised by making actual good money with their digital download. The honest people, I think they happened upon an idea that was just really desired. It happened to be that the thing they were good at or interested in happened to match up with what a lot of people are wanting. So, for example, I watched one video a few months ago where one woman said that she created, I think it was like a budgeting, either a budgeting worksheet or a budgeting guide. I can't remember what it was, but it was something about helping organize your finances. And she said that she had this, that she created it for herself. And then she went on, I can't remember if it was Instagram or TikTok, but she went on there and just said like, hey guys, this is how I budget. She was just showing people because, it was interesting and maybe people would watch it, but she wasn't even intending on selling this. But apparently people just started commenting and saying like, if you sold that as a downloadable thing, I would buy it. She was like, really? So she created the PDF, set up a little store for it, and just like people were buying it. So, but what I think happened there, and she's very honest, like I've been watching her, she's not like trying to, sell you her framework, and it's like, I don't think she is someone who's like trying to, she's honest. I'll put it that way. So I think what happened is that she came upon something that is really, really on the top of a lot of people's minds right now, and also I think always, but maybe especially nowadays. But finances and budgeting and organizing your bills. Like people are very concerned right now. A lot of people are very concerned right now about their finances and their income and what they're spending and how to budget. So that I think she happened to be good at something that matched up with something that people are really, really wanting and interested in. So I was really happy for her like that. I don't think she has like millions of followers, like she has a specific, like, I think probably loyal viewers, and they were just like, oh, she created that thing, I would buy that. So that's one thing I would say. So for me, I just thought like, oh, who doesn't like a bookmark? I didn't even think of like, Kendall, if you just came upon a random like someone saying online, hey, download these bookmarks for $1, I wouldn't buy them. I've never admitted that out loud. I never thought about that until now. I wouldn't even download digital bookmarks. Like if I'm going to buy someone a bookmark, like as a gift, I'm going to buy them an actual bookmark. Feel free to check them out. I have ones that are like dog themed, cat themed, and then like wild animal themed. And they have like little affirmations. Maybe, okay, I know why. This is why I thought this was the thinking. Affirmations. So for my online business, I was pinning images on Pinterest that would link to my website for various things. The things that got the most traction were quotes and affirmations. So I was like, oh, if affirmations are really big right now, then I'm gonna make that my digital download as affirmations. But on bookmarks, because I was doing proofreading, and so it was kind of like, oh, proofreading, books, bookmarks. Anyways, okay. Make sure, okay. No, here's what I would say. If you're gonna create a digital download, try to think of something that people are just feeling like they need. I think especially right now, not the common person, like I'm a common person. I mean, the general population, that's what I'm trying to say. The general population out there is not, at least right now, the general population out there is not really super into buying luxury or extra things right now, at least from what I've been seeing and hearing people talk about. I think if you thought of something that helped people think through either budgeting or finance or like, I don't know, something around that seems to get a lot of traction for people, like budgeting PDFs. And I would not just like Google some random image and be like, oh, I'm going to sell this one, because then you could get into legal things and all that. You want it to be your very own creation because you're going to be promoting the thing. And that's the other thing I want to say. If I had more time to devote to marketing my digital products, I would be making more sales. I don't think with the bookmarks, but like with the other things I'm going to talk about. Anyways, that's the other thing I want to say. Find something that you are already good at, and that to you is just like, oh, well, this is just easy. This just helps me organize or budget or whatever. And go with that, because I think it'll make your process a lot easier. And it'll help you when you're marketing it and talking about it and trying to sell it, then it'll just be really natural and it won't come across as like scammy or spammy or whatever. Okay. Okay, so I tried downloadable bookmarks. I think I sold I sold one, or like one pack. You know, they're like a pack of 8, like you could download 8 bookmarks for $1. So I've sold one of those, and that's like 6 years ago. 7? It was 2018, so it's been a while. All right, moving on. And I talked briefly about these next things in some of these previous videos that I'm going to link down here, but I do want to mention them because they are digital products. Again, these are still things that you can look at and purchase or whatever. Feel free to take a look if you're into that type of thing. So the next thing that I did is a PDF download of my Pinterest marketing strategy, and then I did an Instagram marketing strategy PDF. Those I have made sales on them. After the Instagram PDF came I turned it into an online course, like a video course. If you want more of the details on that and how that all went, just if you're interested in more details about the online course thing, check the videos that I'm going to link below. But so did I make money on those? For the online course, as I mentioned in the previous video about online courses, I think over a period of 3 years, I made like $213, which, hey, that's free money because I put no money into creating and selling and marketing, uploading, 0 cost. So that was free money. But over a 3-year period, that's like, that's not exactly a 6-figure business. So with the PDF downloads, I did make several sales on those, but again, not anything that you could be like, oh my goodness, this is bringing in some money, I appreciate every purchase. Like, I got so excited when I would get the notifications for those. So I'm really grateful for all that, but for various reasons, I had to end up getting a 9-to-5 job. No, not 9-to-5, day job. And so I have not been able to put pretty much anything into marketing those like I used to. I will link to the video below, videos that talk about why all of that changed and I had to move away from working on my online business as much. But so those are the digital products that I created and sold. And so what I want to say, all of this is to say, can you really make money online selling digital products? Find something that people are actually like needing, something that would be extremely helpful, because right now it just seems like people are into like practical, helpful purchases, either for finances or I would just say find something very practical, maybe organizational, something that helps people's I was going to say clutters be clutter's thoughts be less cluttered. That's what I'm trying to say. I think you could be really onto something there if you think of something like that. But you definitely, to make sales, you need to be able to promote it and market it. I genuinely thought, because I watched people make videos like this, I genuinely thought I could just create a digital product, upload it, and then it would just like start bringing in the money. But that's how people talk about it when they're not being fully honest, when they're like leaving something out. So I wanted to make sure that if you are doing research on this type of stuff, that you get a realistic perspective on what it could take if this is something you really want to make money with. I would also say, as I think I've been saying in all these videos, I recommend having a day job or whatever, evening, graveyard shift, whatever type of job, a different, a regular job that you can work while doing this online business stuff or trying to sell digital products online on the side. And then if that like takes off and is awesome, like then you have some, decisions to make. But yeah, I would not quit your day job thinking that you're going to wake up to a 6-figure business after uploading something to a website. Oh, I wish. Wouldn't that be cool? So, okay. So, and again, food for thought when you're watching other videos on people talking about how much money they made online with digital products, and they just made all these sales and they were just shocked. Just try and think that there is something they're leaving out. It's either money that they've put into advertising and they're not telling you necessarily what is the profit they made versus the sales. Also, some people just make up having lots of, they make up the fact that they have made tons of sales so that they can make money off of you telling you how to make sales. It's like, makes your head spin in circles. So, okay, I am going to do more in this series. I am going to do a video on marketing, although that would not be in this series. I have something else for this series. Oh, I want to talk more about Amazon KDP. That is something that I am currently in the middle of experimenting with. I have some other videos on that, which again, I can link those in the description. So I want to do kind of like a follow-up and an update because it's been a while since I've actually looked at the thing that tells you how many sales you've made. Want to know why? It's because every time I check it, the number hasn't changed. So I want to check out those numbers again and then give you an update and maybe some tips. And what else? I feel like there's something else. Oh yeah, so I do want to make a video, which it apparently would not be in this series of making money online. It wouldn't fit the phrasing. I'll just tell you. I want to make a video about ways that I have made money. I want to make a video about my online business, things that actually brought in the most income. And it wasn't digital products and it wasn't proofreading. It wasn't any of the other things that I tried. There was something that brought in more money. I want to talk about that in an upcoming video, but I also just want to talk about how I made these sales. So more of a heart-centered marketing approach. Pretty much every sale I made was because of this approach that I took, and I do want to talk about that. If you want a little sneak preview of that, you can check out my Instagram for heart-centered business owners. I think that's what I called it. The PDF or the online course, because basically you could take Instagram and just replace it with Facebook, YouTube. My approach is pretty much the same. So anyways, what else do I want to say? Oh, if you would like to support this channel even more than you already are with watching and subscribing, which is awesome. Thank you so much for being here and for doing that. You can check out my Buy Me a Coffee memberships. They start at just $2 a month, or you can make a little one-time gift. And that's if you're not on a tight budget. So, oh I did mention Amazon KDP. So the thing I am selling there is called the Honest Gratitude Journal. I'll put a link to that also. And that is the gratitude journal I made where it leaves room for you to also write down the things that were hard and difficult about your day and the things that you're grateful for, because I just really feel like we have to be honest about the hard things and not just skip to gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. You know, it's really is healthy to be able to verbalize or acknowledge, like, actually this was hard, or this was sad, or I felt angry about this, or I didn't like this. So I leave a space for that in that gratitude journal. All right. That's everything for now. If you want to keep up with the videos that I'm going to be creating from here on out, feel free to subscribe. It makes me show up on your, what do you call it? Home page on YouTube. It makes it so that it's easier for you to see when I put out new videos. So with that said, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.